Hi, I'm James from SE Electronics, and I'm here today with dv247.com to talk to you about the SE Electronics T2, the Titan 2. This is a very specialist microphone. It looks very similar to our 4400A, which is one of the best-selling microphones and a universal application mic. But looks is about as far as it goes. Internally, it's a very, very different microphone. So let's start with the looks and the feature set. The main differentiator between this and the 4400A is that this is silver metallicized finish and the 4400A is black, so it's very easy to tell the difference between them. The feature set is exactly the same, so you have a 10 and a 20 dB pad, a 60 and 120 Hz bass roll-off, and then you have four polar patterns: omni, cardioid, hypercardioid and figure of 8. It also ships with the same kind of shock mount as the 4400A, so you get this universal shock mount, which is really unique to our company and something which is we're quite pleased with as a design. It means that if you're just doing straight vocals, you can mount the mic normally like this. If you want to do instrument miking applications, you can lock the mic in pretty much any position you want to within the shock mount, so it makes it very easy to get it into tight spaces. And similarly, if you flip the outside of the shock mount like that, and then you mount the mic and lock it in position so that the mic sits completely outside the shock mount. You can then get in very close for close miking applications. For example, this is a very, very good percussion mic, and it's extremely good on kick drum, and you can get it right in very close to the skin of a drum head, which is very difficult to do with any other kind of mounting mechanism. So those are the feature set, but internally the mic is very different, much more specialist than the 4400A. That's because it's one of only a handful of microphones in the world that has a titanium sputtered capsule as opposed to the more standard gold sputtered capsule, which all of our mics have, and nearly all the other mics in the world. The difference between titanium and gold capsules is titanium is a much stiffer metal, and so you get a much quicker flexing of the membrane on a condenser microphone if it's sputtered with titanium, and it also means that you get therefore a much faster transient response. That makes this microphone absolutely ideal for anything percussive. So clearly it's very good on percussion and drums. It's a very, very good kick drum mic, for example. It's also very good on things like slap bass guitar, the hammer action on a piano, anything which you're trying to pick up the percussive element of. This is the mic you want to use. And alongside that, it's also a very good rap and voiceover microphone. But people tend to forget that speech is very percussive, so P's and T's, things like that, the kind of things that you miss if you're in a noisy bar or a nightclub, and that make the sound intelligible. Those are percussive elements that make speech really understandable. And so if you're doing rap or you're doing voiceover work, this is one of the best microphones that you can get. So the T2, it's a specialist microphone, but it's specialist in a wide area of percussive treatments, anything from drums to voiceover and rap.